Good afternoon, Grizzlies. We hope you had a happy Halloween and have recovered from your haunted houses, trick-or-treating, and costume parties. Unfortunately, our pal Benny did not do that and had a tragic candy corn accident over the weekend, so he won't be with us. I'm Zach Roberts.
And I'm Jack Sells. With half the semester already over, campus has been busy. It's almost time to take a look at what's all been going on. So hang tight and we'll be right back.
Now, typically a sanctuary is a room for peace and praise, but Franklin College held their Apogee Fright Mike Night in the Richardson Chapel, where students and faculty were free to share their spooky stories.
Students and faculty gathered in Richardson Chapel to share some ghoulish tales. Apogee Literary Magazine hosted its first annual Fright Mike on October 28th. Avery Phelps was eager to see students share their work.
I'm super excited because I think it's a great opportunity for people who are in poetry and art to express themselves and just sit around like a good old campfire.
Hosting the event at 7 p.m. made the campus look all the more spooky, but more was done to create the Halloween atmosphere.
As unorthodox as it may be, Richardson Chapel went over quite the decorative transformation to host the event.
Event-goers sat in the purple and red-filled chapel, lit only by overheads and candlelight. Students spent the first 40 minutes sharing songs and stories. I sense there's something in the wind. Though all shared a spooky theme. The evening ended with award-winning author Dan Shawn reading his short story titled The Bees. His reading led to laughs and gasps, signifying what Halloween is all about. After leaving the chapel, attendees had the opportunity to purchase snacks and roast s'mores. For the Franklin Newscast, I'm Ashlyn Myers.
Not to pat our fellow members of the Franklin on the back, but a group of journalism students were invited to attend the National Media Fest in the nation's capital, where they shared their work while enjoying a little sightseeing.
The Franklin News crew embarked on a journey this week. A journey to the capital city, Washington, D.C. The occasion? Media Fest. But no trip to the federal city is complete without some sightseeing, including a visit to the National Mall, where the Grizzlies learn that the stairs aren't the only way down from the Lincoln Memorial.
Now, sightseeing around D.C. is all well and good, but the real reason we're here is for Media Fest 2022.
Schools from all across the country gathered at the Grand Hyatt to hear some of America's top journalists, and also receive awards for their work. Franklin College's own Isaac Gleitz was nominated for a National In-Depth Story of the Year award, but he has some reservations on being nominated.
Well, I kind of have mixed feelings about being nominated for the award. It feels really cool to have been recognized on a national scale, but I also have a lot of self-doubt.
Some of the standouts from the keynotes were Woodward and Bernstein and a panel of journalists, including John Quinones. Along with all the speakers, colleges could also participate in a critique of their publication.
It makes me want to bury my head in the sand and just hide, because it's like, okay, there's no way I could possibly address all of these faults. There's so many inherent faults in what we do that sometimes it can be overwhelming.
All in all, the Franklin News crew learned a lot about how to expand their publications, network with possible employers, and return to campus with new ideas. From the Franklin News, I'm Elijah Robertson.
As much as we may love the holiday season, our cars do not. Luckily, we have some tips and tricks to keep your car rolling safely.
Winter time is near, which means it's time to get our cars in gear. Buckle up and get ready. We're about to go for a ride. The air gets colder and roads get slicker, so in order to be safe, we will need some tips.
Well, you should look up what air pressure needs to be in your make and model and what year your car is. Just look up what pound needs to be in your tires for the winter time rather than the summertime. And then you need to check. You should probably take your car to a shop to either you could do it yourself, you could flush the radiator of the antifreeze.
If you're like me and you know nothing about cars, it's nice to have someone like Bump to help you, especially when conditions are like this.
It's nice to have a toolbox handy when preparing your car for extreme conditions. Now, let's check and see what's under the hood.
Engine oil. This is where you can add oil right here. Cap.
For the Franklin Newscast, I'm Avery Phelps.
Everyone wants to help battle breast cancer and raise awareness, but it's even more fun when you can do it dropping threes and dishing dimes. The Zeta Tau Alpha sorority held their Slam Dunk event to help raise money for their philanthropy.
And Jack, although you're in his place tonight, Benny made sure to text me, and he wanted everyone to know that he was on the winning team of the Slam Dunk tournament.
I heard he didn't play at all, though. He just sat on the bench.
That might be true.
The sorority Zeta Tau Alpha recently hosted an event for the community. The event was called Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk is a basketball event that takes place in the month of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is the second year that the event has happened on campus, and it is really important for the Franklin College community.
So Slam Dunk is important for the community because it helps to raise awareness about breast cancer and how important it is to promote education and awareness while also kind of having a fun opportunity to play basketball against each other and raise money for a great cause.
Slam Dunk isn't only for a great cause, but it's also fun to watch.
Many students showed up here in the fitness center to cheer on players participating in the tournament. The crowd was loud and the fans were great.
The highlight of the night was watching the Zeta girls play while wearing pink tutus. They also had a rowdy supporting cast cheering them on as they were playing. The team, Patriots Posse, ended up winning the Slam Dunk tournament. They get bragging rights for a whole year before they have to defend their Slam Dunk championship.
We had some good chemistry. All the guys I was playing with, we passed the ball around quite a bit. Got to do some flashy plays, got to dunk in, which is always exciting.
The teams and spectators had to pay a fee to be a part of Slam Dunk. All the proceeds are donated to breast cancer awareness and education. For the Franklin Newscast, I'm Shane McGrath.
Continuing the theme of basketball, the Franklin College men's basketball team is coming off a conference championship tournament crown, and it's looking forward to defending their title this year.
After a successful season of winning a conference title and making it to the NCAA Division III tournament, the Franklin men's basketball team has made some big changes to the program. Franklin starts practice this week, preparing for a long season ahead. Despite having the new coaching change, Franklin is confident that they can build upon last year's success.
One of the biggest challenges is just being able to build that trust with the coach and just bring up that team chemistry for everybody, and so that we all believe in each other and believe what the coach says, and that we just have a great season. We had a young team last year, and we got most all the young guys back, so and everybody's been played a year together, so we all know each other and we can all play off each other really well, and we all believe in each other and what everybody's got and can bring to the table, so we're definitely excited that what we have will be able to stop a lot of teams.
Despite having the challenge of the coaching change, Franklin wants to improve upon their record from last year.
We want to have more regular season wins, so we were only at 14 last year, so we want to get more than that. Win the conference tournament and then hopefully make a good run, and the national tournament is obviously the goal, if not win. So.
Franklin begins the season with a tough road stretch of 3 games at Brea on Tuesday the 8th, at Otterbein on Friday the 11th, and at DePaul Tuesday the 15th. For the Franklin Newscast, I'm John Asplund.
As basketball takes the court, the volleyball team leaves it. The women's volleyball team held their senior night, and luckily they got a home win against Hanover.
Wednesday night, Franklin volleyball played arch rival Hanover. The night started out honoring seniors Billy Jarrett, Olivia Brown, and Savannah Van Hoy. After this, the game started. Energy filled the room as the Grizzlies won the first set. The momentum carried them to the second set, but Hanover took the win.
Franklin and Hanover are going into the half with a tie. Hopefully the Grizz can pull momentum from the cheer block to score a win. That's why I don't play
play volleyball. I'm going to leave it to the professionals.
The third set started, and you could see the dedication from the Grizzlies, but Hanover took the overall win. It was an upsetting loss for the Grizzlies, but sophomore Kennedy Stephenson found the positives in the game.
I think the game went really well. I think we had a lot of confidence in the first half. We kind of fell short in the last half, but I think overall we did pretty good for ourselves.
The Grizzlies will be traveling to Defiance for their next match. For the Franklin Newscast, I'm Megan Meinzinger.
The esports team has also been getting in on the conference action, defeating Manchester this past week. The Grizzlies Super Smash Bros. Team has been smashing the competition.
The Franklin College Smash team continues to prove their worth in their conference. Coming off from a win against Concordia St. Paul, the Franklin College Smash team swept Manchester University with a 2-0 win on October 27th. During Game 1, Tristan took 6 lives, leaving 2 each for the rest of the team to take. Game 2 started off with a lead in favor of Manchester, though Captain Taylor Campos was able to bring home a win for the team.
It's a super close match. We barely pulled out the win. Taylor had to come in super clutch, popped off. I ended up getting the belt. They're really good opponents. These guys really know how to tackle and played better defense. That's all I can say.
By the time the match was over, Manchester found out what Lastock Taylor was capable of. The star player and team captain led the team to victory as the second match became a tense battle between Lastock Taylor and Manchester with 3 stocks remaining.
With this win, the team is currently 6-0 and play Lincoln Tech for first in conference this week. With the Franklin Newscast, I'm Preston Bertram.
Everyone wants to win senior night, but at least the men's soccer team was able to come out with a tie against Transylvania to cap off the seniors' careers here at Franklin College.
The Franklin Grizzlies seniors kicked off their last ever home game against the Transylvania Pioneers on a stereotypical cool fall night. In the first half, the Grizzlies endured an offensive clinic from the Pioneers. The Pioneers moved the ball swiftly as they created 7 shots, forcing the defense to soak up all of the pressure.
So for the first 10 minutes, I saw that we were attacking well, so I was like, all right, maybe going to be a relaxed night for me. But for basically the majority of the rest of the game, we were under fire pretty much for most of it. And then, so it was just a confidence booster, really. Like, after making the first save, I was like, all right, I know what to expect from them, and I just got to execute so I can keep my team in it.
The referees were also heavily involved in the half, disallowing 2 Transylvania goals and handing out 3 yellow cards.
At halftime, the teams are tied. The Grizzlies have a lot of work to do if they want to take control.
In the second half, the Grizzlies came out with a passion and fight that wasn't there in the first. The seniors helped command the team and bring up the energy as it was the last ever half the group would play at Vaught Stadium. Emotions on both sides ran high as the game became more scrappy as time went on. The referees gave out 3 more yellow cards, and the whistle was blown a total of 12 times for fouls. Sadly, all of the passion and effort would bear no fruit as the teams drew 0-0 in the end. For the Franklin Newscast, I'm Cameron Baker.
After a long wait, Franklin College finally opened up their new athletic facility. IU head football coach Tom Moore donated the money to construct a new weight room to honor his late father, Tom Allen Sr., who was a 1961 alum of Franklin College.
On October 25th, Franklin College opened up the newly built Johnson Memorial Health Athletic Annex across the street from Spurlock. The annex features a turf floor with hitting stalls for athletes to use, along with a new weight room for both athletes and students to utilize. Well, Zach, I think that's all for tonight.
We actually have one more thing I'd like to do. We need to congratulate John Asplund, our cameraman, for breaking the cross-country school record in the 8K this past weekend. Way to go, John.
Congratulations, John. I'd like to say I saw it in person, but you were very far ahead of me in that race.
John, how about you come out here and say goodbye for us?
Yeah, good evening, Grizzlies. Bye, guys. You want me to review?
I think that was great.